So, like I said, it's all built on spread principles, but their RPOs right now are commonly packaged by blocking family. Now, I'm not saying this is exactly how I do it or exactly how it's the only way it can be done. I'm not making that argument at all. But you're going to see a bunch of commonalities and trends. There's always going to be outliers one way or another, but man, I'll bet you 85 to 90% of them are packaged with the family of the blocking concept that you're going to run. So, I really, as far as I can tell, I've broken them into, in my own brain, 5-man runs and 6-man runs. And what I mean by that is the amount of blockers that you're using to handle people in the box, okay? When I go through this talk and show you some of the diagrams, it is absolutely critical that as I'm talking, you have to understand, and if you're going to put this in, there is an enormous, monumental, paramount difference between what you can do with your RPOs based on 5-man or 6-man runs when you package the two together, okay? And then from each one, whether it's a 5-man run or a 6-man run, you have multiple types of RPOs at your disposal at all times. So again, this is where it's going to get fuzzy, and I don't have a great answer, but this is where you're going to have to look at what you want to do and carry as far as outside runs, your option package, your play action package, because the RPOs are starting to blur that line really, really badly, okay? To the point where, like, I don't even carry, in my offense, I carry 0 quick game anymore. I don't carry a quick protection. I don't carry quick pass concepts. They're all built into my run game, so that way I'm getting both together. So I started doing that back in 2013 pretty hard. So the types of RPOs, as far as what the detached, so you're going to hear me use like attached and detached, those two terms a bunch. When I talk about unattached players, I mean people that are lined up tight to the formation, not in a 2-point wide receiver stance. If I talk about players that are detached, that means they're standing up like a receiver. It can be anybody. It can be a tailback, a tight end, an H-back, a receiver, whatever. If they're in a receiver stance, they're detached from the formation. So there's different types that you can run. You can run single-man routes, 2-man route combos, 3-man route combos, perimeter screens. So like an immediate screen, a 2-man bubble, an inverted bubble, a 3-man bubble, or what I refer to as a jettison RPO. So that's something that's coming from attached to the formation that as soon as the ball is snapped, he's going to detach himself from the formation and put himself into the RPO picture. So those are awesome because you're really getting a defense to align and look at a picture that as soon as the ball is snapped, they're not going to be seeing anymore. So you got to remember, they're not arrow routes. They're caught on or behind the line of scrimmage because you're going to be blocking downfield. And the 3 most common ones, the 3 ones I use the most are, you can do it with a hard attached tight end. So think like Peyton Manning, Colts, 2x2, 11 personnel. You can do it with a soft tight end or an H-back, or what I refer to as a mubble, so which is a motion bubble. So that's a tailback or somebody, if you're doing split backs, motioning pre-snap out at the perimeter. You really put some guys in that conflict there right as the ball's being snapped.